Okay, hello everyone. Suzanne and I got together so that we could give you 10 or 15 minutes of a seated warm-up that is also some abdominal work. We're going to do a little bit of leg work, a little bit of balance work, some stretching, and call it a day. So if you're in your kitchen on a chair, that's great, and then we'll also be using the counter. If you are in your bedroom, sitting either on a chair or on your bed, hopefully the bed is somewhat firm, but you'll need a place to sit and a place to stand where you have a counter. Okay, so we're going to start with Suzanne doing a spine stretch, or a seated roll down, we often call it. So she's seated. You can open the knees just a little bit wider than normal, and you're sitting straight upright, shoulder over your hip. Feet are either on the floor or dangling is also okay. So take a full breath in through the side and back of your ribs. And as you breathe out, it's chin towards chest. We go through the neck, through the upper, the arms move. When the spine cannot move anymore, the pelvis brings the spine forward. You stay for a breath. Enjoy that. As you breathe out, it's the pelvis that sets, the spine comes back and slowly stacks up. So we do 3 to 5 of these. We'll do one more, taking a breath in. As you breathe out, it's the head and neck, the upper back, the arms start to glide forward, the middle back, low back, and then the pelvis brings the spine over your legs. You stay for a breath, don't rush it. On your breath out, your sit bones, and then think about your lower back stacking, middle back stacking, upper back stacking, and your eyes are lifted. We're going to go into a spine twist. So I'm going to have Suzanne bring her arms out to the side. If you're on the bed, you'll have contact with your fingers. If you're on a chair, you may be just over the arms of the chair, which is terrific. So you take a breath in through your nose, stay here for your breath out, and think chin over chest. We're going to move towards the side. As you inhale, you twist, and so you're limited by your pelvic stability. As you exhale, you come back to center, nice and lifted. As you inhale, think low to high, so the neck does not lead, and then exhale, and come back to center. Let's do one with the hands behind the head. So you have the feeling of the head pressing back into the hands, and the rib cage is together, is melted. As you inhale, you twist, and you'll feel your neck staying in line with the spine. And as you exhale, you come back to center. I was looking for the word weave. As you inhale, you lift and rotate pelvis nice and stable, and exhale back to center. You could also do 3 to 5, but we're going to do a chest lift and a chest lift with rotation. So imagine you're laying on the floor, which is how we usually do a chest lift. You take a breath, feel your head into your hands. As you breathe out, you lead by lifting your head, your neck, you're pulling in right at the sternum, and you're in thoracic flexion, looking straight down between your legs. Take a breath. As you breathe out, come out of that. So I wanted you to get the feel. And you take a breath in while you're lifted. As you breathe out, it's head, neck, shoulders, and really going into a deep hollow right at the sternum. Take a breath. Clearly it's abdominal. As you breathe out, you come back up to lifted. Imagine you've done 8 to 10 of these. Take a breath. We're going to go into chest lift with rotation. As you breathe out, you come into thoracic flexion. You stay in that thoracic flexion, looking downwards. On this exhale, you rotate, and you're going left to right. Suzanne, her focal point is just there. Inhale and come back to center. You're staying in thoracic flexion. And exhale, it's her left towards her right, and she's looking towards the outside of the leg. Inhale back to center, one more each side. As you exhale, so I can see from the side that she is in upper middle back flexion. Back to center, looking straight down, and exhale, it's rib towards hip. That's it. Inhale back to center, pause, And then exhale as you lift straight up. I'd like to take Suzanne into some upper back extension. So leading with the chest, keeping the abdominals, you're lifting your upper back, the head and neck follow. Your chest is out at a diagonal. And then exhale and come back to center. Do it one more time. So as you lift into upper back extension, use your abdominals, feel your head into your hands, and then exhale to center. Go ahead and release your arms. Suzanne, bring them down by your side. We're going to do some single leg extension. You could do this a variety of ways. We're going to alternate. So taking a breath, and we'll start with this right leg. As you exhale, you straighten and you're in dorsiflexion. You bring the leg down. We're going to go into an alternating as you exhale to fully straighten. So it engages both sides of the leg. Your exhale as you fully straighten, you can feel the quad, and then if you slow and resist down, you'll feel your hamstring. And you exhale, extend. Again, you can do sets of those. We're going to pause there, and we're going to go into the next exercise, which is sit to stand. So she's coming slightly forward. If you're on the edge of the bed or you're on the chair, you need your feet on the ground. You can bring your hands very lightly onto your thighs and try to be equal right-left. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you come to standing and you're weighting your legs. You inhale and you sit lightly, and you exhale. So from your feet, through your knees, through your hips, you are lifted. As you inhale, bend. We'll just do one more. And again, you could do 8 to 10 of these. As you exhale to straighten, it's your entire body that has to engage safely. Okay, we're going to go to the side of the Cadillac for some balance work. And so if you're at your kitchen counter or in front of the sink, you want to be out far enough so you're going to be lifting one leg, so you want to have some room in front of you. Eyes are lifted, and you can see Suzanne's leg and her feet angle. So we're going to start by going into just the left leg. So as you breathe out, lifting the leg, you can take your time. We're going to stay on this leg. And you bring the foot down lightly, and you exhale to lift. More advanced, we would just touch the toe, and then exhale up. We'll show that one again. So you would just lightly touch the toe and exhale back up. We've done 4 on that side. Place your foot down, and you can look to see if you are equal. And then we change legs. So we're going 4 on this side. And you notice that the leg that's not moving, the anchor leg, takes some weight. And you exhale. And now if we wanted to advance it, we just lightly touch the toe and we exhale back up. So it's a little more endurance for the muscle. And then we go just one more time. And then bring it down. We're going to go into an alternating pattern. So focal point stays lifted and forward. You exhale, raise your left leg. And then you inhale down, and you exhale, raise your right. And so this really does mimic walking. There is a weight shift, and you try to lessen the grip with the hands or the touch with the hands, and eventually using no hands. And then go one more time, and foot down, and then last one, and foot down. How about some calf raises? So the hands are light, eyes are lifted, feet are just about hip distance apart, as though you're on any piece of equipment for footwork. Lift onto the ball of the foot and equally spread that weight. And then bring both heels down. And then you lift back up as you breathe out. And then you'll do 8 to 10. We're just going to do one more, coming all the way up. And then all the way down. We're going to come up for prances. So you breathe out and you lift all the way up. We'll bend the right knee and the left heel comes down. You bend the left knee and the right heel comes down. The leg that's pressing, you can press into that foot. The knee that's bending, you can stretch your plantar tendon. Last time, right. You can really stretch that plantar tendon. And then lift both. Place both heels down. Those are your prances. We're going to walk around. Suzanne, you can lie down, and I'm going to hand you the band. Oh, gosh, I forgot. forgot about the calf stretches. Thank you. All right. So, what a great time to stretch your calves now. Step your right foot forward and take your left foot back. And I want you to be able to see Suzanne's hip. So the heel is down, she's getting a calf stretch. This hip is forward. Few breaths. And then to get this hip to open some, Suzanne is going to lift her chest and lift the abdominals and get a feeling that this hip is coming slightly forward so that you feel an opening in that hip flexor. 3 to 5 breaths, and we change sides. So this heel is down, this calf is getting a stretch. Eyes are forward, nice and lifted, 3 to 5 breaths. And then we lift the chest and bring the hip forward slightly, lift your abdominals, and you get a hip flexor opening. Again, 3 to 5 breaths, and now we move on, and we'll go to some band stretches. If you do not have a band, if you have a long towel, if you have a dog leash, if you have a long belt, it could work as well. If you've got a band, terrific. So we're going to stay on this right leg and bring your knee into your chest, taking the band around your foot. And then you have the ends of the band. You can be around the ball of the foot, you can be around the heel. The hands have a grip, but the elbows are down, and try to be wide and stable across your upper body. We're going to straighten this leg. Now, if you're flexible in the leg that's down, you're welcome to straighten that leg and open that hip flexor. So she's got a grip, a light grip on the band, keeping the foot in dorsiflexion. Bend the knee and take a breath in. You keep the foot flat. As you breathe out and reach up, you may want to pull a little bit tighter on the band for a stretch. And then bend and you release that little pull, just a little bit. And then exhale and you fully straighten and you get that pull. So you can do that 3 to 5 times. We're going to slightly bend the knee and we're going to go into an IT band stretch. So you can take the band into your opposite hand, and you can place this hand down and a light cross. And then she's stretching, it's from the hip to the outside of the knee. Again, 3 to 5 breaths. We're going to bring this leg back to center and bend the knee. If this leg has been down, you need to bend this knee. You're going to change hands so that you take the band into the same hand as the leg. You can straighten the leg. The opposite hand comes onto your hip, pressing down, and you open the leg to the side. So Suzanne's got her hand on her hip to anchor, and she's opening this inner thigh, groin, on her right side. 3 to 5 breaths. We come back up to the center, bend the knee, gently release the band, and I'll take that off to the side. We're going to stay on this right leg and do a gluteal stretch. So we lift to the figure 4 is the goal. Dorsiflex the foot, the knee is open. We lift the leg. You take your hands, the leg goes through, the other leg goes under, and you set your range, opening this knee and pulling this knee towards you on each breath. If this doesn't work for you on your back, you can do the same stretch seated. You cross the ankle, you dorsiflex the foot, you can use your elbow, and you open and hinge the body forward to open and stretch this glute. Okay, Suzanne and I are going to do the other side without you. Thank you so much for joining us.